Time now for the Trader Rundown. Michele Schnieder, Director of Trading Education and Research at Market Gauge, is here to gauge the market for us today. And you are noticing some money flow into the emerging markets.
Well, what's interesting is that there's quite a few issues going on in the United States, in case you haven't noticed. Besides the fact that we're having civil unrest, even with all the Fed stimulus, the financial sector seems to be a little bit stressed. Obviously, tech is on its own fumes. And this weekend reported that the U.S. is actually 10th in terms of economic growth. We used to be first. And so what's happening right now is that the money is going more into the emerging markets, which have done things a little bit better than the United States has in terms of dealing with the virus, for one. And they, too, have had their round of stimulus money. So it's going to be interesting to see if that trend continues.
What more can you tell us about the financial sector? There's been so much reporting about the banks of late.
Well, that's sort of the canary in the coal mine, I believe. Right now, as I mentioned, tech and NASDAQ, FANG stocks, they're in their own world. They're in la-la land. But the rest of the market is still struggling here. So rather than look at all the sectors that I usually like to look at, including the small caps, I like to focus right now on the regional banks and the big banks. And they are still really struggling here to maintain this rally. Now, they haven't exactly fallen apart, but they've come off a lot from the highs, whereas NASDAQ is close to making back to where the all-time new high was just a couple of weeks ago. So we have a lot of interesting statistics in terms of that whole banking system. Number one is that even though they've received a lot of money, people are not borrowing money to start businesses, buy homes, get their kids off to college. People are saving money. In fact, the saving rate has gone way up, where it sort of hovered around 8% for months. As of April, because of the virus, people are going to cash, and it's up to 33%. So when money sits in the bank, I mean, it's good for the banks on one level, but it certainly doesn't bode well for doing general commerce throughout the United States.
Our thanks as always, Michele. We'll see you next week.
Oh, thank you so much, Angie. Thanks for having me.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.